Chapter 156. Remy sat down across Wilbur, still frowning suspiciously. Wilbur did look extremely familiar, but Remy could not for the life of him place where he had seen this guy before. Of course, Wilbur recognized Remy at once. Remy had been too focused on Indra and Madison at that time to say much to Wilbur and had pretty much ignored him. Remy hesitated at Wilbur's words. It did not really matter anyway. The guy was here now, and there was no way out for him. Remy had over 20 fighters under him, and they served a mean beating. Not bad, my guy. You've got a pretty nice build. Do you know what you're doing? Remy asked with a grin. Wilbur shook his head. Not yet. Well, I'll tell you. You'll get to fool around with different girls every day and get paid $10,000 every month to do it. How's that sound? What? That's too good of a deal to be true. Remy slapped his thigh, barking out a laugh. Well, I guess you're just that lucky, aren't you? Oh man, I guess I am. Wilbur smiled bashfully. Remy's smile slid off his face at once. You're going to need some training before that. Get him some pills with a higher dosage. On it. One of Remy's men took out a strip of pills. He popped out 3 of them and tossed them at Wilbur with a bottle of water, ordering Wilbur to take them. Wilbur frowned. What kind of job is this? Why would it require me to take pills? You'll see after you take them. Remy took a drag from his cigarette. Our streams last at least half an hour. How are you going to last until you pop one of these, Minuteman? Who the fuck are you calling a Minuteman? Wilbur was certain then that Glory Media was definitely up to no good. Besides, did they just call him a Minuteman? That was an insult to his pride. Remy blinked, staring at Wilbur. You know, I'm pretty sure I've seen you before. You would be right. Wilbur leaned back in his chair, flicking a piece of lint off his pants. Did you forget about the 2 girls on the train you tried to trick into working here? I know it. Get everyone here. Remy's expression shifted and he called out loudly. Yes, boss. The men ran out shouting. Very soon, 20 burly men came running. The room was too small to fit everyone, so those who could not enter guarded the door as they glowered at Wilbur. Remy stared at Wilbur icily. You'd better tell me who you are right now, buddy. Me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood hero of a young man, rescuing damsels tricked by evil bastards like you. What do you think? Wilbur smiled. You've got a death wish. That's what I think. Chop him up and feed him to the dogs, Remy roared angrily. With that, his men began charging at Wilbur. Wilbur stood up and reached out, grabbing the first man who reached him by the neck. The man felt an overwhelming power holding him back and was hurled aside before he could even react. Within a matter of seconds, the group of men inside the room were taken down. They writhed on the floor, howling in pain, clutching at their broken bones. Remy was at a loss for words, and the same went for the men outside too. What was going on? Before they could respond, Wilbur had rushed out of the room. The men outside saw a flash, and Wilbur was back in front of Remy the next second. A terrible pain began to spread through the bodies of the guards outside, and they collapsed to the ground one by one. Remy looked at Wilbur in horror.